Hello, my fierce beauties. Welcome to my page, Fierce Image Beauty. I am your girl, Sasha B. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for coming back. And for those this is your first time, thanks for joining. So I've been getting a lot of requests about different videos that people are interested in hearing about or information that they're interested in getting. And the number one thing that's been on that list is how to deal with acne scarring or hyperpigmentation. So I decided that I would go ahead and do a video on not necessarily the product specifically that you should be using, but more on like what ingredients you should be looking for in the products that you are going to be purchasing to know that if this is going to be something that's good for you or not as far as hyperpigmentation. So for those of you who do not know what hyperpigmentation is, basically hyperpigmentation is a overproduction of melanin in the skin, which causes darker marks in the skin. Not to be confused with hypopigmentation, which is the discoloration of the skin, making your skin look lighter than or having lighter blotches. The main purpose of this video today is to help you figure out like what to use in those cases when you are having some hyperpigmentation issues. But before I go there, as you know from my last video, I got a cute new do. So my hair is turquoise, aqua turquoise kind of blue. Decided to change it up a little bit. Still team natural, but I decided to do something a little different, and this light is giving me life right now. But I digress. Let us start with, and I made some notes because last time I was rambling on, so I just want to make sure I'm touching upon everything that's necessary for this video. First thing, before I even go into what products to use to help your hyperpigmentation, I want to give you some useful tip about any product that you're going to use, no matter what it is. And the key word here is consistency. Say it with me. Consistency, right? So why does that matter? When you're dealing with topical treatments, anything as far as a cleanser, a moisturizer, toner, anything that's going to go on your skin, you need to give your skin time to adjust to it. You need to give your skin time to absorb it and for it to work. I know personally, after I use a product for about a week and it's not doing anything, I automatically like want to toss it. It's like, oh, this thing is not doing anything. It's not working. But you have to be patient with your products and you have to be consistent in order to see those results. I cannot stress that enough, how important it is to just be patient with your products and continuously use it. Most products, you're not going to see any type of difference within your skin for at least 2 to 3 weeks. And that's with consistent use. Not like I used it Monday, Tuesday, and then I forgot, and then I don't use it again until the following Monday, Tuesday. It doesn't work that way. You need to consistently introduce those products into your skin so that your skin will go ahead and make those changes. So no matter what you use, make sure you're going to keep using it both daytime and nighttime. Some things, depending on what you're using, just make sure you're reading the instructions. It will require you to only use it once a day. But typically speaking, most skincare you can use day and night unless otherwise mentioned that you cannot use it that often. The other thing I want to make sure that you guys are doing is using sunscreen. That is so important. It doesn't matter what your ethnic background is, how you identify. It doesn't matter the shade of your skin. So it doesn't matter if you are super porcelain or ebony rich. It does not matter. You have to wear sunscreen. It is so important because guess what? Us black girls, we get sunburned too, believe it or not. And I had to learn that the hard way. I didn't realize that women of color got sunburned until I went to the Bahamas one year and I got so sunburned I was peeling, which is something you don't want. So make sure you wear sunscreen. So why does it matter? Like, Sasha, I already have the hyperpigmentation. Like, it doesn't matter. It does matter, because basically what's going to happen is if you don't use sunscreen, the sun is actually going to make those sunspots look darker. So think about what the sun does to your regular skin, like when you're just out and about, you tan. So if you are adding sun exposure to hyperpigmentation, that's just going to add double whammy. So let's think about it this way. If you are having sun exposure and you have skincare products that you're using inconsistently, then of course your skin's not going to get any better. You have to be consistent, and you have to wear sunblock, and sunblock year round, not just in the summertime, and not only when you think it's sunny outside, because believe it or not, you can really get sunburn and you get sun ray exposure even when it's cloudy outside. How about that? So there are actually 4 really great ingredients that's going to help you combat your hyperpigmentation issues. I will actually really just speak about 2 of those products, because the other 2, you'll mainly find them in prescription form, or you'll usually get them through your doctor, your dermatologist, or your primary care, whoever is seeing you regarding your skincare issues. So the first product I want to speak to you guys about is glycolic acid, and many of you guys may be familiar with it, as it's actually pretty commonly used in a lot of skincare products, as far as cleansers, moisturizers, toners, you name it. It's in a lot of different products like that. But glycolic acid is really great for acne breakouts or for hyperpigmentation, because it's essentially a chemical exfoliant that's going to get rid of that dead skin cell that's on the top and lead way for your newer, healthier skin to show up on the surface. It sounds a little scary to say like it's a chemical exfoliant, but essentially that's what it is. So you can get glycolic acid that are in your products, and if you're interested, you could also do a glycolic peel. So my disclaimer on that is, make sure you see a professional to do a glycolic peel. Please do not try that at home, because I don't want anyone coming back and saying, well, Sasha told me to use a glycolic acid. In your skincare products that's already made, do not ever use glycolic acid on your face by yourself. You can cause some serious damage and burning to your skin. So make sure you go see an esthetician that is trained in how to use those things, or your healthcare providers. I will always use that disclaimer. And for all my naturalistas out there who like to find these type of things in their natural products, you can actually find glycolic acid in unripe grapes and pineapples and in sugarcane. So those are the 3 things that you can find glycolic acid in the event that you want to try some at-home remedies to get that all taken care of. What else can I tell you about glycolic acid? Yeah, it's great. I mean, if that's something that you're interested in, make sure you take a look at the back, read the labels. Reading labels is so important. So read the labels of whatever skincare product that you're currently using, and if it has glycolic acid in it, chances are it will help you with your hyperpigmentation. Here's the big disclaimer. Back to that whole consistency thing that I was telling you about. It can take about 6 months for you to start seeing results using those type of products. So again, ladies, please be patient, because these things do take time. The other product I want to talk to you guys about is retinoids, or retinols, commonly known as vitamin A. That is a great way for you to combat hyperpigmentation as well, because that is most of the time on the milder side when it's not in prescription medications. So I believe that retinol or vitamin A is found in Differin Gel, Tazarac, and Retin-A. The thing about vitamin A is that you can also find it in a vitamin form. So in my first video, I was mentioning how dermatologists and doctors will treat you from the inside out, and how estheticians will treat mainly from the outside. Well, think of this as a way that you can treat from the inside as well. So if you're taking vitamin A vitamins in conjunction with whatever topical treatments that you're using, I think that would be a great way to help combat those hyperpigmentations. Again, give it some time. Over consistent use, you will see your results. So the other 2 products that are commonly used, but mostly in a medical setting when it comes to combating hyperpigmentation, is hydroquinone and azelaic acid. Those are the 2 things that you'll usually find that the doctors are going to prescribe. So I'm not really going to talk about that too much. So if you do have concerns about your hyperpigmentation and you've tried glycolic acids and you tried different forms of vitamin A, then it may be time for you to go see your dermatologist regarding those other 2 treatments. Going back to the whole chemical peel thing, it is, a lot of people are like really afraid of it, and they're thinking like, oh my god, I can't do that. It's a really scary idea to know that your skin is literally going to be peeling away, but it's just peeling away dead skin. Just like lizards, I hate to compare us to lizards, but that's the best description I can get. We do shed our skin, so it's important that you get rid of that top layers. That's why exfoliation is so important. That's what exfoliation basically is doing. It is getting rid of that unnecessary dead top layer of skin. So keep that in mind. If you're looking for something that's going to give you instant gratification and instant results, you may want to consider microdermabrasion. So microdermabrasion, unlike the other things that I mentioned, is not necessarily a product. It's more of a treatment, because it is basically something you'd have to go to an esthetician or your healthcare professional to actually get done. It is this machine. Most of them have crystals in there, and it's a manual form of exfoliation that your healthcare provider or your esthetician will use to help get rid of that top layer of dead skin. A lot of it will be shedding those darker layers, those darker areas, so that it can expose your newer, more healthier skin. So I hope I've answered all questions regarding hyperpigmentation. There are a few things that I have used in the past. Unfortunately, it is discontinued, so it doesn't even make sense for me to show you right now. I'm actually in the process of finding a product that will help me better with my hyperpigmentation, but since I still have some of my old stuff left, I'm still going to use that until further notice. So definitely, if there's some products that you guys like specifically to help with your hyperpigmentation, leave me a comment and let me know. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe. I really appreciate any feedback that you guys can give. I'm super open to constructive criticism, and fact check me if necessary. I am not afraid to be like, you know what, I messed up on that, or, you know, I never thought about that. Challenge me. You know, we're here, we're a community. I'll see you guys as one of my homegirls now, so definitely let me know what you guys think and give me any feedback that you may have. Until next time, my fierce beauties, I will catch you all later.